Ladies and gentlemen, the question of self-improvement is not one of mere convenience. It is not a hobby, not a pastime, not something you do when you feel like it. It is a necessity, a responsibility, a fundamental obligation you owe to yourself and to the world. Because if you are not improving, you are decaying. There is no standing still in life. Either you are growing into something stronger, sharper, more capable, or you are withering into complacency, weakness, and irrelevance. The first thing you must understand is that improvement does not happen by accident. It is not a gift that is granted to you, nor is it a matter of mere luck. It is earned through deliberate action, through discipline, through sacrifice. You do not simply wake up one day as a better version of yourself. You must fight for that version. You must carve it out of the chaos of your current existence, piece by piece, through effort and willpower. And that means taking responsibility for who you are today and who you could be tomorrow. Responsibility is the cornerstone of self-improvement. Without it, nothing else matters. If you refuse to take ownership of your own flaws, your own limitations, your own failures, then you will never move forward. Because the moment you blame something external, society, your upbringing, your circumstances, is the moment you relinquish your power. You tell yourself that you are a product of forces beyond your control. But the truth is, you are responsible for who you are. And the moment you accept that responsibility, the moment you decide to own your life, is the moment you begin to improve. But responsibility alone is not enough. You must act. Improvement requires action, sustained and relentless action. It requires setting a goal, something clear, something measurable, something that pulls you forward. And then it requires breaking that goal down into manageable steps, into daily habits that bring you closer to that goal, one step at a time. Because small actions, repeated consistently, create massive change over time. Most people fail not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack consistency. They do not stick to anything long enough to see results. They start, they stop, they get distracted, they lose motivation. But self-improvement is not about motivation, it is about discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. And discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate, something you train, like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. That means doing the things you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. That means waking up early when your body wants to sleep in. That means going to the gym when you'd rather sit on the couch. That means reading, learning, and growing when it would be easier to waste time on distractions. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen yourself. And every time you choose comfort over discipline, you weaken yourself. The problem is most people seek comfort. They chase short-term pleasure at the expense of long-term growth. They avoid discomfort, they avoid difficulty, they avoid challenge. But challenge is what makes you stronger. Difficulty is what forces you to grow. If you want to improve yourself, you must seek out discomfort. You must deliberately put yourself in situations that stretch you, that test you, that force you to adapt and evolve, because that is how you improve. And yes, it will be painful. Growth is painful. Change is uncomfortable. But what is the alternative? To remain stagnant, to look back on your life years from now and realize you never became what you were capable of becoming? That is a far greater pain. The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of discipline. And that is why you must choose discipline now. You must choose effort, choose struggle, choose to push beyond your current limitations, because that is the only way to become more than you are today. Now, you might wonder, where do you start? What is the first step? The first step is simple. Identify your weaknesses. Be brutally honest with yourself. Where are you failing? What areas of your life need work? Are you physically weak? Start training. Are you mentally undisciplined? Start reading. Start structuring your days. Start setting clear goals. Are you emotionally unstable? Start working on emotional control, on resilience, on fortifying your mind against the chaos of life. Whatever your weaknesses are, do not hide from them. Face them. expose them, and then attack them relentlessly until they are no longer weaknesses. But improvement is not just about fixing weaknesses, it is also about building strengths. Find what you are good at, find what excites you, what you can become truly excellent at, and then develop it. Hone it. Push yourself beyond what you thought possible, because the world does not reward mediocrity. It rewards those who are exceptional, those who bring value, those who are the best at what they do. And to become the best, you must dedicate yourself fully. You must outwork, outlearn, and outlast everyone else. And through this process, through the relentless pursuit of improvement, something incredible happens. You start to build confidence, not the empty, fragile confidence that comes from false praise or shallow affirmations, but real confidence. Confidence built on competence, on mastery, on knowing that you are capable because you have earned that capability through effort. And that confidence is unshakable. It allows you to take on greater challenges, to push beyond fear, to step boldly into the unknown, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. But understand this, improvement is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. There is no point where you have arrived. There is always another level, always more to learn, always more to achieve. The moment you think you have made it, the moment you become complacent, is the moment you begin to decline. And that is why you must always strive for more. Not because you are dissatisfied, not because you are ungrateful, but because you understand that life is growth. And the moment you stop growing, you start dying. So I ask you, what kind of person do you want to become? Will you settle for mediocrity, for stagnation, for a life of unrealized potential? Or will you take responsibility, commit to discipline, and embrace the struggle required to forge yourself into something greater? The choice is yours.